So I usually bring people to Teppanyaki when I want to impress them, like people of importance. But everyone of importance was busy today, so we got Alex Shapiro, Tokyo Portfolio.
Hi guys.
What could $2 million buy you in Tokyo?
Teppanyaki, literally meaning to grill on an iron plate, is perhaps the most theatrical dish that we'll be encountering on our culinary journey. The culture of teppanyaki restaurants is said to have kicked off in Kobe after the Second World War, where stationed American soldiers, unhappy with okonomiyaki pancakes, demanded a steak to be cooked on the grill instead. Naturally, the presence of your very own chef cooking the tantalising ingredients before your eyes means that it is indeed one of Japan's pricier dining experiences, but undeniably one of the most memorable. And here at Kazushi Teppan in Kanda, Alex and I are lucky to find ourselves seated before skilled chef Inoue over a mouth-watering special lunch course.
I find people get really impressed by teppanyaki. It's that kind of theatricality, being able to see into the kitchen, the chef preparing the food. It's an experience, isn't it? Watching the beautiful Miyazaki beef marbled to perfection, being carefully grilled on all sides. Just having the food prepared before you.
Exactly.
And that's why I love teppanyaki, and that's why when people come to Japan, it's where I bring them. And I've never had anyone walk out and go, I didn't like that.
It's all very simple too, you know, it's just steak that's grilled with a little bit of salt on it, and you have some vegetables as well. Very simple, just using the ingredients to its fullest potential. That's kind of the opposite of what the American version would be, which is what they call hibachi.
Right.
So benihana, for instance, I'm sure you heard of that. But they have to make up for it with the volcanoes and all that kind of stuff, and the juggling of shrimp. At a real teppanyaki place, you can see the kind of accoutrements that you have in front of you. It's just salt, different kind of salt, a little bit of pepper, wasabi, and some soy sauce with some maybe ginger or something in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Minimalism. Have you won over any clients in the real estate business by bringing them to teppanyaki?
Absolutely, because the less they need to look at me, the more they're interested in buying the thing, you know?
So if you're doing business in Japan, bring your client to teppanyaki.
Do that.
Miyazaki wins like more awards than anyone.
Yeah,
people think, oh, Kobe beef's the number one. It's not actually. It's usually Miyazaki.
It is.
I don't know what their secret is. I find at teppanyaki, at every other restaurant I go to, I'm like, like Augustus Gloop.
Yes.
Out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But when it comes to teppanyaki, I take my time. I save every bite. I admire the beef, what it is.
Yes.
Rich smell.
Ready for an umami bomb?
It's going to be very umami. I'm worried about how many times I've used umami in this video. It's going to be like take a shot every time you hear umami flavors in this video, right?
Now's your time, guys.
I'm going to start with Miyazaki rump.
Let's try the rump. He says go with the pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah, the middle one.
So we've got garlic, soy sauce, wasabi pepper, British salt. What's this salt here?
This one is a seaweed salt.
Seaweed salt.
Yeah.
Kombu salt. Oh, it's so perfect.
Look at that.
Beautiful pink. Oh, it's so juicy. The moment you put like good Wagyu in your mouth, the whole mouth salivates, right?
That's actually, yeah.
Buttery oiliness. But this is the best way to try steak, right? There's lots of ways you can have Japanese steak, but teppanyaki is the way to do it. The thing about Wagyu is it has a subtle sweetness to it from the fat.
It does. And bringing it out with that salt just makes it huge.
I will say my favorite and my recommendation when it comes to Wagyu, have it with wasabi. The wasabi, the kind of subtle spiciness of the wasabi really goes well with the sweet, umami kind of flavors of the beef. Take another shot. So we've got 60 grams of A5 Wagyu beef here, right? Which doesn't sound a lot to most folks coming from the West, where it's like, I'll have a 300-gram steak. Like
300 grams. I'll have a pound of steak. What are you talking about?
You can't do this in big quantities, right?
Absolutely not. I have a friend who's a sumo wrestler, and he was telling me that he can only have about this much Wagyu at a time.
That's
not that much.
80 grams.
Let's call it 80 grams, yes. But, you know, he can go to America and he can have an entire porterhouse steak by himself, no problem, just because it's not as heavy, right?
It's the fat. It's the fat.
It is the fat. It's the fat. But I mean, also with the fat, you have all the flavor, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't have as much chew, so I don't know. This comes down a lot easier, right?
Well, you owe me, Alex. You owe me for getting one of the best restaurants. This is one of the finest restaurant, right?
Yes.
It's 3.65.
Is it? Wow.
On Tabelog, which makes it one of the top 100 teppanyaki restaurants in all of Japan, and in the top 3% restaurants in Japan as well.
I would believe it. I mean, this is, one of the best teppanyaki meals I've had in a very long time.
What's my reward, though? Where are you going to take me to follow this up? I got to beat him.
I got the perfect place for cheese boards. What do you think?
I like the way you fit.